Hello everybody, my name is Bragster and welcome back to a predictions video. It seems like it's been forever since we've done one of these, but this time it's for Crown Jewel, which I'm going to be honest is probably the best Crown Jewel show I have ever seen. There is no reliance on legends. All of the people involved have made it off of their own back, made it popular off of their own back, Yes, they've got legends like Randy Orton, Edge, Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, but they're not relying on them. They're not, the center point of the show isn't around the old talent, it's around the new talent. That's exactly how it should be. The other great thing is there's 2 women's matches on this show, and that means that 5 women get to showcase their ability in a Saudi Arabian stage rather than just the 2 of them, and these 5 have never done it in Saudi Arabia. All the 2 that did it last time, I think it was Lacey Evans and Natalya, aren't in the matches this time, so it does freshen things up, and I'm really happy to see that it will be treated more like an actual pay-per-view rather than a house show, because let's be honest, it's a bit weird when half of it is canon, half of it isn't. I'm glad that we're now just resulted to it all being canon. But without my ramblings, without further ado, let's get into the predictions, where first up we have the final of the King of the Ring tournament between Finn Balor and Xavier Woods. Now, this is a really tough one to call because, in my opinion, give it to Xavier Woods, because Woods is the only one that hasn't won anything. Big E's won the WWE title, Kofi's won the WWE title. Woods has never asked for the WWE title, he's only asked for one thing, and that's the King of the Ring tournament. So why not give it to him? Why not show everyone that Xavier Woods does have it, and the crowd are going to eat it up. If this was in America, the crowd would definitely have eaten it up, but they will still do it in Saudi Arabia, I think. I feel like Xavier Woods has a massive following, the New Day have a massive following. Why not capitalise on it? Why not give Xavier Woods the win? I can see them giving it to Finn. If they want to turn Finn Balor heel, they will have Finn Balor win this. I feel like it's a really organic way of making Finn Balor a heel as well. Have Finn Balor beat Xavier Woods and then have Finn Balor boast about it non-stop. I feel like that would be really, really clever, especially when they're separating, I think, onto different brands anyway, so you don't have to continue the feud. You can just end the feud and just have Finn Balor boast about the fact that he ended the dreams of Xavier Woods. It'd be really clever. It could also be a way of getting Finn Balor into the title picture with Big E, because Big E could take offense to it, blah, blah. Either way, I feel like it's the right result. Now, I want them to give it to Xavier Woods, so I'm going with my heart over my head. My head is saying Finn, but my heart is saying Xavier Woods, so I'm going to go with Woods. Next up on the card is the first of 2 women's matches. It is the Queen's Crown Tournament Final between Doudrop and Zelina Vega. Now, again, I feel like this is a toss-up. One of 2 things could easily happen. Number 1, Doudrop wins, does a similar promo. I don't want to say similar promo to Austin, but does a promo like Austin, drops the Doudrop name and becomes Piper Niven, and, this is her starting point to being who she is. On the other hand, Zelina Vega could win it and it could go into her arrogant attitude, and plus it would be a really nice thank you to her for obviously all the trouble they put her in last year when they released her because of her doing extra, earning money on the side apart from her job, which I think is fine, but for me, I'm going to go with Zelina Vega. I feel like if the face is winning the one, the heel's winning the other. And Zelina Vega would be a great choice. I feel like it would be a more natural choice. Similar to Xavier Woods, the King and the Queen character would carry through and organically carry into their character. Zelina Vega is one that could carry it into her character very, very well. She's got this really high prestige prowess anyway, so adding to that I don't think will harm her. I feel like it would be the right decision, but I wouldn't mind Doudrop winning and then doing a promo afterwards where she releases her name, because the name Doudrop is awful, let's be honest. Next up on the card is the undefeated streak of Mansour facing Mustafa Ali. Now, for this one, I do feel like the undefeated streak will continue. Of course it's going to continue. It's Mansour, innit? Mansour's going to win. It's in Saudi Arabia. He's Saudi Arabian. he's going to win. He's going to go on the longest undefeated streak. They're going to eventually turn it into a storyline where Mansour has this undefeated streak in Saudi Arabia and someone's going to beat it. You know, I feel like that's going to happen. It could possibly lead to a title match, like a main event title match at Saudi Arabia, and everyone's thinking, oh my god, are they actually going to do it? You know, it could lead to something like that, but I feel like this is probably the most predictable match on the card. I feel like Mansour's coming away with this one. I can't see Mustafa Ali winning. Next up is the Raw Tag Team Championship match between RK Bro and AJ Styles and Omos. Now, I feel like RK Bro are winning this. They've only just won the titles. I feel like AJ Styles and Omos can go off and do things elsewhere. Probably in the main event picture, let's be honest. I feel like Big E versus AJ would be an amazing feud. So I'm gonna go with that, and I'm gonna say that, you know, Randy and Riddle are going to come away with this with the victory. Keep those titles. I want them to keep it till Rumble. Then maybe split up at the Rumble, then have it feed into WrestleMania, and then have a big match at WrestleMania. I feel like that is the most organic way of having these two carry on their storylines, and it makes the most sense. So, yeah, I feel like RK Bro are winning this, and then AJ and Omos can go off and do other things. The next match is the first ever Saudi Arabian Hell in a Cell match between Edge and Seth Rollins. Now, I'm going to go with Edge in this one. Seth Rollins has been really, really arrogant. He's obviously broke into Edge's house, etc, etc. I'm going to go with Edge. I feel like the big babyface win is the right decision. I think they've ended up on the same brand post the draft, which is an idiotic decision. If I'm remembering that correctly, it's an idiotic decision. They should have just split them up. Edge will be coming away with this one. He needs the big win at the end of this feud, and I think it will be probably the first feud that Edge has properly won since he's come back, because the Randy one didn't really have a decisive winner because of the injury. Then the Roman Reigns feud, he didn't win that. Now the Seth Rollins feud, give Edge the win, why not? Rollins has been really arrogant, and, you know, nothing's better than just beating the arrogant man down until he has to quit, sort of thing. So it should be a really good match. I feel like that could be the one that steals the show. But yeah, I really like it. I feel like Edge is winning it, though. Next up is another no disqualification match type thing. It's a no holds bar match between Goldberg and Bobby Lashley. Now, for me, I'm going to go with Goldberg. Do I want Goldberg to win? No. I want Bobby Lashley to win. I want the Hurt Business to win. But it's in Saudi Arabia. I have to take away my personal feelings for a bit. Goldberg is winning it. It's going to pop the fans in Saudi Arabia. They're going to get their big babyface win from a legend. You know, does Bobby Lashley deserve to win this feud? I think so, yeah, but he attacked Goldberg's son. Bobby Lashley can't really win a feud where you attack someone's son, can you? So I'm going to go with Goldberg on this one. Probably is Goldberg's son getting involved. But yeah, I would have liked it to be Bobby, and I wouldn't be against Bobby winning it, actually. Next up is the Smackdown Women's Championship match between Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, and Sasha Banks. Now, I have absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea for this. I'm going to go with a Becky Lynch win. I'm going to go with a Becky Lynch win and say that, and I'm going to say that Charlotte and Becky are just going to switch the titles around. So Becky's just going to get handed the Raw one, and Charlotte's going to get handed the SmackDown one, and that's how it's going to go. Yeah, I genuinely thought Bianca might have won the title on Monday from Charlotte, and then maybe Charlotte won one of the titles later on, but apparently not. So I feel like the switch of the title is probably the best way they can do it. I don't like it when they do that, but I guess they're going to have to do it that way. And I don't see Becky Lynch dropping the title just yet. I feel like the inclusion of Sasha Banks will complicate things for Bianca Belair, and that will cause the issue. And then we can get the big singles match between Lynch and Belair, maybe at Mania next year, maybe at the Rumble. I don't really know, but I feel like Belair will get a crowning moment. Just not yet. They need to hold off a little bit and have Belair go down, come back up, and then take the title off of Becky Lynch. I feel like that's a really nice way of them doing it. But it starts here with Becky Lynch possibly even pinning Bianca Belair or submitting Bianca Belair in this match. to come away with the victory. And next up on the card is the WWE title match between Big E and Drew McIntyre. Now for me, apart from the Mansour match, I feel like this is the most predictable one on the card. I feel like those two are fighting out for most predictable. Big E is winning it. Big E's just had his big crowning moment. He's not losing it just yet. That's number one. Number two, Drew McIntyre is on the other brand, and the other brand has Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. I mean, Brock Lesnar is technically a free agent. That's why they could probably get away with there being a little bit of like, oh, will he, won't he? He won't. He won't, because it's Big E, and Big E's going to keep that title for a long time. He's a star. He really is. You know, it's going to be a bit weird. It's going to be a bit of a shift to try and deal with a world champion with a bit more of a jokey nature, but he does have a serious side, and I like that. I feel like you need to push boundaries. You can't just keep going along with the same world champions over and over again. You do need to freshen things up, and I feel like this Big E's champion is a fresh champion. You know, it feels very fresh to all the fans, and the fans are loving it at the moment, so don't ruin it just yet. Keep Big E with the title. And finally, the main event of the evening, because it definitely will be, it's the Universal Championship match between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar in a custody of Paul Heyman match. It's not actually a custody of Paul Heyman match, but it would be quite funny if there's a custody of Paul Heyman match between these two. You have no idea which one actually has Paul Heyman as their advocate. It's quite an interesting feud. I'm really enjoying it. For me, though, I feel like Reigns is winning it. I'm going to go with Reigns winning it. I feel like this could go all the way till Mania, if I'm honest. I feel like this could be an on and off feud until Mania, which is one of the reasons why I could possibly see Brock winning it, but I don't know. I feel like Reigns is winning this one. Maybe some shenanigans with Paul Heyman. Something's going to happen with Paul Heyman that causes one or the other to win, and that's what's going to cause a bit of tension between that one and the other one, if you get what I mean. Like, it's just going to keep bubbling over. This is not the end of the feud. This will continue. So I'm going to go with Roman Reigns. I'm going to go with the safe bet here, as I have done on a lot of the other predictions when I'm not really sure. But yeah, I think ultimately it's going to be an amazing show. Like this, I'm really excited for this show, and for those of you who are already subscribed to the channel will know that I stream my live reactions to a lot of these pay-per-views. I will be doing the same this Thursday night. I don't really know based off times. I will try and work it out closer to the date, but I will try and do the stream as normal this Thursday. It feels weird having a pay-per-view on a Thursday, so I'm trying to get my head around it, but yeah, I will do that. I'll also probably drink on stream as well, just because it's a Crown Jewel event. It's a bit controversial, so we may as well have a bit of fun, mightn't we? So, but yeah, keep up to date with my socials. My Twitter is always down below and stuff. I will keep you up to date on there, whether I'm streaming, whether I'm not. And obviously just keep an eye on my YouTube as well, close to the date, because you might see that it say, oh, there's a scheduled live stream. You know the drill at this point. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Comment down below your own predictions for this pay-per-view. I feel like it's going to be an absolute belter, and I'll be really interested, especially in the King of the Ring and the Queen's Crown. Who do you think is going to win that? Because I feel like those are probably one of the most unpredictable matches on the card, which is exactly how it should be. And if you're new here, please do subscribe so you do not miss a thing, and you do not miss the potential stream on Thursday. And I shall see all of you in the next video. See ya! Oh, what a show. This is going to be a good one, I think.